everybody who's joining. I see all of you guys joining. And Doug, I sent an email last night that bounced back. I'm going to come see you after the meeting or later today and try to figure out why. But that one with all those attachments I was sending out, yours bounced back, which I thought was really weird.
It might have bounced back, Jennifer, because it was too much. Doug uses a Gmail.
Okay.
And it might have been too big of attachments. You may have to break it up and send it to them. And...
Okay. No problem.
I've had to do that before too.
That's good to know. I can do that.
Oh, and I started recording, just so everybody knows.
No problem. Sorry, guys, no music right now. We're trying to get some fine tuning on making sure these guys can share. I already got 14 of you, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Woohoo! Hi, Lizette. Hi, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning. I love your background. I want to go there.
Right? That's where I want to be. A fairy tale.
I'm going to pull up, letting those guys do their thing in the background. We'll figure it out. Hey, Tara. Got 15 of you guys now. I'm going to pull up my presentation and give me 1 minute. Desktop. I think this is the first time I haven't had music in a long time. But that's okay. It was interesting. I came to the office this morning so I could do this from the office, guys. And I had major issues with my light, the one that I use so that my face isn't dark. It was not good. It was, I even called IT and we have not been able to get my USB ports to power the light right. So I am now facing with my back to the door. So I actually have a little light. All right, it's 9 o'clock. And you are recording, right, Brooke?
Yes.
Good morning, Sierra Oaks, and everyone who is right on time. Looking forward to this morning. It's going to be a little bit of a different meeting, but I'm super excited about it. I want to cover some very important things before we get started with our guest speakers today. It is Happy National Random Acts of Kindness Day, the Pay It Forward Day. I love that. And there are some other fun days this week. So take a look at the slide and whatever floats your boat. These are fun things that you can chat with people about and have conversations. I like the National Drink Wine today. That would be mine. Helping you live an exceptional life. That's what we're here to do. And we're doing it through our core values of production power, coaching to confidence, wealth builder, and all the while creating a culture of awesomeness. I think I'm losing my voice again. All right, since we're not in the office, we're going to continue to do drawings at the end of each meeting. We're doing 2 a week. If you participate by telling us a great story, something good, asking a question, sharing with us how one of the tools or a staff helped you in your business, your name will go into the basket. If you turn your camera on when you're participating, you get entered into the drawing a second time. And this week, we have an extra special couple of prizes. Instead of the gift cards, which I know you guys love, but we're giving away something much more valuable. We have 2 beautiful Yetis, and I don't know if you can see them well because I've got my background on, but they are high quality Yetis, and they are being provided by Chris Lippy with Guaranteed Rate Affinity, and they are really nice. So those will be our drawing prizes today. So please participate if you have something great to share or good story to tell. Here is our Sierra Oaks theme for 2021. Excellence and growth are top of mind in all we do. And here is a list of the hashtags we're asking that you share on your social media in 2021 during our meetings. And Brooke, for the next week, we can take out the starting today since we're on like the 3rd week of this, right?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that yesterday, but this is great. Again, commitment to my craft, fail forward, never quit, amazing agents. And it's a great day at Coldwell Banker Sierra Oaks. I've inserted the commercial TV show from Saturday. So if you're curious about what's been aired recently, you can click on that top link. And we have our commercial of the day. So I am going to click on the commercial now. Please let me know right away if you don't hear the sound, because we all know that sometimes we have some issues with the way I have started the sharing, but you should be able to hear it. I think I did it right today.
froze up.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, it's really slow. Like it's.
Well, you know what? We won't play the video. Hate to tell you guys this, but because I had to turn around and face the other direction due to lighting today, I am on the Wi-Fi instead of on the network plugged in. So I may not be able to do video myself. So no big deal. Everything else is going to work. So let's move on. You have brains in your head, feet in your shoes, and what's wrong, Brett? Are you talking?
I'm drinking my coffee.
Oh, okay, I heard somebody. You can steer yourself any direction you choose, Dr. Seuss. And everybody, I'm super excited about this. We had a ton of signups last week. I forgot to call and ask Lizette if we have an update on how many signups yet. So Lizette, I'm not going to put you on the spot unless you have it, but if you do, you're welcome to jump in. We will be providing you an update of number of signups here in the next 24 hours. And then we have plenty of time left, but I'd love to get at least 20 or more people. I wouldn't be surprised if we're already there based on what I saw going on the end of last week. There are a couple of you that signed up your whole family. So you're bringing your kids and your spouse and everything else. And again, this is the fundraiser that we typically do where we cook the big dinner and we do the raffle prizes and it's in person. But because we can't do it in person this year, we are doing a virtual fun run. And it's all based upon you signing up. You can get your shirts and everything else. You complete your walk or your run, 1 mile, 5K, 10K, or half marathon. And you just do it anytime between March 12th and March 21st. So it's really easy to participate. And the money is going to a fantastic cause, creating scholarships for family members of realtors. And many people in this office over the years have benefited from this. If we get our team of 20 or more, we will get another leaf on the commemorative tree, the learning tree. If you guys walk into the front door of SAR, you'll see up on the left-hand side, there's a big, beautiful tree on the wall. And we have numerous, there's a plaque in the center and some additional leaves over the years. We would love to get a new one. So please participate. Let us. Yes.
We have 13 sign up.
We're at 13, then we're not at 20 yet. Come on, guys. I know tons of you walk every day. All you got to do is your normal walk and sign up for this, and you'll be providing a really great benefit to some great kids. So I hope we get more participation. I am signed up. I think, I know for a fact who some of the people have signed up because they reached out to me. And you do need to go to the link here in the slide. And when you sign up, we do have our team, which is Coldwell Banker Sierra Oaks. So you select that team and you'll end up on our team. Okay, if you have any trouble at all, you can call Linda Beaver or call Madison at the bottom there. She's at mhall@sacrealtor.org, or you can call her at SAR. Okay. And here is your contact slide for all of your great support here in Sierra Oaks. I've already talked to Jacob this morning, our IT tech. He's fantastic. And I'll be talking to him later today to update my firmware on my computer. All right, and then how many of you guys are reading Atomic Habits or have already finished the book this month? Anybody, speak up. This is a sharing opportunity. I'd love to see your bright and shining faces. Your friend.
I just finished it.
I did the book on Audible. So
I'm reading it.
I finished it.
Awesome, awesome. I finished it too. That's why I was asking. I'm taking us off sharing. So what do you guys think so far? Those of you who've been reading it or listening to it.
Loved it.
I really liked
Very
it. It
good.
feels really simple, like really easy to just integrate into life.
That's what I was thinking. Of all the things I've read in the last year, it is by far, in my mind, the easiest one to implement. And the little things I've started to do make a big difference. So if you're not looking at this book, you guys, even if you don't participate with the office this month, highly recommend it as something you may want to download on Audible or get the audiobook on your Kindle or read the book. It's really, really good. All right, let's see. Oh gosh, we're up to 38. Yay, and climbing. All right, let me pull the presentation back up. And love to see your faces. All right, and again, we're going to do the virtual happy hour to discuss the book at 4 p.m. on February 26th. The link to join the meeting is here. I can also forward you the meeting invite from my calendar, again, if you do not have it saved on your calendar and would like it sent to you that way. All right. We are ready to review new listings and buyer seller wants and needs. So I am going to start with Molly Hassini. Are you on the call this morning?
Doesn't look like it, Jennifer.
Thank you for keeping track for me. When I'm in presentation mode, I can't see the list. All right, 2201 6th Avenue in Sacramento. Molly has a new listing listed at 665. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,400 square feet. She says it's a fantastic home built in 2005 on a quiet street, located close to Land Park, Staples, Freeport Bakery, Marie's Donuts, Dad's Kitchen, and many more. Near William Lamb Park, bike to the American River Bike Trail. It sounds like a great location. It looks like it's had some updates, a newer water heater replaced in 2018, gutter guards in 2020. And as we all know, that area is close to public transportation in downtown. It looks like some of the text got cut off, but call Molly if you have any questions. There's a lockbox inside the gate on the meter. And again, you can reach out if you have questions of Molly.
Jennifer, real quick, can I jump in?
Yes.
On the tour, guys, on the virtual broker tour, the form you're filling out, we're limited on how much text we can put in there. So if you're putting your full big description from MLS or what you're going to put in there, please know that we have to shrink it down really small or it will get cut off. So just, you might want to think about when you're filling out the form to kind of edit what you're putting in there.
And I want to add to that, I think some of you still think maybe Brooke and Lizette and people in our office are doing this every week. It has been centralized. And the reason for that was so that we could get a regional list of all new listings every single week, which we've been sending to you now for quite some time. But because it's regionalized, we don't even see what's been put together until the very last minute. It gets sent to us. So if there's anything that needs fixing, we're really not in a position to fix these things if they just get plopped in. So yeah, please look at what you're inserting because that's what's going to show up. We aren't looking at it on an individual office basis now to check for that kind of thing. Okay. But the benefit is you are getting every single new listing that people are putting on tour of all of our 14 offices here in Sac Tahoe. Okay. Denise Calkin, are you here to pitch Gold Creek? No, I should have asked her if she was coming. Let me see if I have any text messages.
I didn't see her.
All right, well, I will pitch it. I talked to her last night. I know she's working like a maniac, so I will pitch it. 3552 Gold Creek Lane in Sacramento, priced at $339. I bet a few of you have some people who would like that. 2 bedrooms plus a loft, 2 baths, over 1,400 square feet. You need to make your appointment through showing time. Offers are due on Sunday, the 21st by 3 p.m. It says it's a lovely townhouse in the popular Gold Creek community, updated top to bottom. Huge loft, great for a nursery or home office. Let me see. Most of you can see this, I hope. But if you're not on where you can see the description, we will be, this was sent out last night in an email from Brooke. And you can call Denise if you have further questions. The HOA it includes a community pool, and there is a detached 2-car garage and a private enclosed backyard. This sounds pretty nice. If you have anybody who'd be interested, let Denise know. Sharon Diarelli, are you with us this morning?
Yes. Hi, good morning. I'm here.
Hi, oh, good. Someone's here. Good. It's good to hear your voice.
I'm not on video, and there's a good reason why. But anyway, yes, this is a beautiful house. It's a great location between M and Folsom Boulevard, right in the middle of the street. So it's very interior. And it's about 1,100 square feet with what's really special about this is it's got a full kitchen with gas. It's got a beautiful bathroom. Everything's been redone within the last 2 years. And the kitchen has been all redone. It's basically just move-in ready. It's got a lot of charm, original hardwood floors. And the sellers are probably not, it's a little touch and go when we're going to put it on because they're looking for a replacement home. So I'm showing them some stuff today. I've already shown them one property that they might want to write on. So our goal is to go live middle to end of March. And of course, it's depending on if we find something else. But do a drive-by, or if you have anybody. I have pictures that I just snap with my phone. I don't have professional photos yet, but it's a great property.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's It's really charming. And if somebody likes that ADU to rent out, or as, home office, or and the yard is still pretty sizable in addition to having that ADU out there.
Awesome. Well, okay, if anybody has questions about this, call Sharon, and you always have your camera on, so obviously there's a good reason you don't. So whatever's going on, hope you're having a good morning.
Rough
All right.
morning. Haven't had my
I
coffee yet.
All right, I understand. No big deal. John and Renee, John Godepsky and Renee Smerling, are either of you on the call for Keene Drive?
I'm on. Renee.
Good morning, Renee. How are you?
I am well, thank you. First, I'd like to say there's a little typo there on the square footage. It's actually 4459, not 2581. So it's a much larger home.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, this is a beautiful home on Keene Drive, which is in a great neighborhood. It's located in a cul-de-sac. It's 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, and 2 half. It would be perfect for a family, a very versatile floor plan. The kitchen was remodeled in 2018, all new hardwood floors put in then, and freshly painted. It has a beautiful big bonus room, which would be great for a family. And that bonus room includes a full bedroom and bath, and the outdoor dining space is beautiful. A built-in barbecue, fire pit, just beautiful, very private backyard. So we'd love to see you if you have someone that might be interested in moving up, or a professional couple that likes to entertain.
Sounds beautiful.
It is. It's a great house. I have fond memories. The former owners were friends of John and I. So our kids all grew up together. So we spent a lot of time at this house. So know it well.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so then if you have questions, call Renee, guys. All right. All right, how about I'm going to take this off the screen so we can see your beautiful faces. So other buyer and seller wants and needs, everybody.
I do.
Hi, Destiny.
I have no makeup on. Sorry about the camera. But I have one going on the market Friday. I actually listed this house in October and it sold. I was a listing agent. I briefly brought this up to the coffee group, but the buyers relocated from New Jersey with another agent. They knew nothing about Elk Grove, and now they are actually in contract in a property up in Placer County. So it's nothing about the house. They just didn't want to be in Elk Grove from New Jersey. So it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, single story in Elk Grove in Laguna West. We're going on the market for $539,900, which is super good. Yeah, if you have any buyers for that. And then I have 2 buyers who are looking, one in pocket for $550, doesn't need to be updated. And then I have a buyer in Granite Bay, if you guys have anything for $950 or less. So really just anything in Granite Bay. Anything. Nice. If
you know, Destiny, you might want to send an email, have Brooke or Lizette send it over to Talisa and Kaylin, and they can shoot it off to the Roseville and Auburn offices for that area with what you need for your buyer. You may have somebody respond. Okay.
Destiny, we can also put it on the private Sac Tahoe Facebook group for you too. Just send us an email.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Buyer, seller, wants and needs?
I do.
Hi, Richard.
I have 1 buyer need, and then I have 2 upcoming listings. The buyer need I've mentioned before. They are looking. They're not that picky on actual location. Kind of a 15-minute drive radius from Midtown where they work. Looking up to 1.1 million, and looking for no. They don't want a pool, and they do want decent amount of space. 2,200 on up. Definitely want remodeled. They are not looking to do any work whatsoever. We've lost out on a couple complete remodels that were just gorgeous, and they're just we're looking probably something in that, these were up in the 25 to 2,800 square foot range. So now we're really focused on a little smaller to get that price point down so they can most likely end up bidding it up. So still looking for that for them. And then I have 2 upcoming listings in Arden Manor. So great price point. Both of them are currently tenant occupied. So just need to be aware of that. One is month to month. The other is in a lease until August. So that one is a 3-2. It is about 1,170 square feet. It is totally updated. Garage has been converted. It's a great spot. Still has a good sized backyard. Again, that one has the fully updated one has tenants until August. So either someone can wait or it's going to be an investor situation. We're most likely going on. We're still kind of watching it because we're probably going live in mid-March to late March. 365 is going to be the price on that. Again, that's a 3-2, 1,170 square feet. These are both internal locations, so they're not near Watt Avenue or anything. They're great spots. The other one is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but a good size at 1206. Good size lot also here, 0.18 of an acre. This one has a month-to-month tenant. They're talking with the tenant now to see if they can arrange something to get him out because he has a lot of stuff. Not hoarder status, but he's not far off. But that one, again, 2-1, just needs a refresh with paint and flooring, which my clients will do if they can get the client out or the tenant out. That one is most likely going to be around 319. Again, both of these hopefully mid-March to the end of March. And if anyone has any interest, I can share addresses and everything. Obviously, you can't see them yet, but they're great price points and they're both great properties. Well taken care of. One just needs a little refresh from tenant.
Awesome. Thanks, Richard. All right. Yes, Brooke?
Quick, Jennifer, sorry. Destiny, Sharon Diarelli put up something in the chat for you about your wants and needs, so you might want to give it a check out.
All right. Thank you, Brooke.
You're
Anybody
welcome.
else? Buyer, seller, wants and needs.
No, but I really want Chris Lippy's puppy.
That's super
This is
cute, right?
Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Pitched it last week, and I know it's not our market, but I do have a really sweet VA couple out in Fairfield, Vacaville, Dixon. Very aggressive area. They're up to 510, just looking for 3-bedroom, 2-bath, first-time home buyers, VA, if anybody has listings that are coming up there. And then I have another buyer that's got a daycare in Fair Oaks area, and they want to buy, but they've been pre-approved up to 375. So something that's commutable to Fair Oaks easily if anybody has something coming up, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Richard, I did listen to yours. I'm going to check the mileage to see if it might work for them. But if anybody else has anything, I'm thinking outskirts because I don't know if anything in Fair Oaks would come up at that price, but let me know. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Crystal. All right. Anybody else? Buyer, seller, wants and needs. All right. Going. All righty. Give me 1 minute. Ba-ba-bum. All right. I am very excited to introduce JB Buddigan, and JB and Eric are here, Eric Stoller, with us today, if you can see my slide on the screen. They are Brian Tracy training experts, and I'm going to hand over the presentation to them. I know there are over 40 of you on this call, and just a reminder for those of you who know this or the ones who don't, many years ago, before I got into real estate, I worked in that industry, not with these two, but I've had quite a bit of time to get to know them both. I'm impressed. And one of the people that I did represent with the company I worked with was Brian Tracy and Les Brown, who is someone they also represent. So I would love for you guys to hear a few good nuggets today. I always get something out of these talks, and looking forward to listening and learning myself. So take it over, JB.
All right, it's a pleasure to be with everyone. Hello, hello. I love Sac and Tomatoes, love Sacramento area. It is awesome to be there. I'm a West Coast boy, and born and raised up in the Northwest, up there outside of Seattle. So lots of great trips over there. Some of the biggest G forces I've ever felt, those roller coaster rides in your area. So it's always awesome to be with the family. And CB, we just bought another house out here. I'm out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and just bought another house with CB. Our 21st home with you guys, to and fro, whether buyers, sellers, everything else. And I love working with you guys, and it's an honor to be here today with you. And I like the energy. This is a great group. You guys got it going on. So hopefully that's shared. Is that on the screen with a little bit of Brian's background and everything? Excellent.
Yes, it is.
And you'll keep track of any chats and things like that too. And Eric and I are both here, and I can't wait to introduce you, the CEO of Champion Mindset Events, momentarily. But if you look at this, Brian Tracy just eclipsed now 80 books that he's put out. The most prolific author on self-development in our generation, easily. And I love his latest one on Eat That Frog. And that's for procrastinating students. You got any of those out there possibly? Nobody procrastinates in business otherwise, right? But we'll get to that later. Tough crowd. Hey, so put a little number one just to get everybody engaged and keep track of this. You guys have a chat scenario. Put a number one in the chat with your email address, and we will get you that awesome book called Eat That Frog. Jennifer, are you hip to that one, Eat That Frog?
I have not read it, but we have a monthly book club, and so it may be one we need to add.
See, okay, the premise is if you had to eat a live frog to start your day, it's probably one of the toughest things we do. Now, I do a cold little banker down in New Orleans. They're like, what's the big deal? We had squirrel brains for breakfast, right? Or whatever. But eating that frog means doing the toughest task possible and making sure you're on top of your game. It's about a 110-page read. I went to Arizona State, okay, home of the 2.0, where C's get degrees. All right, so doesn't have a lot of pictures that would help my acumen. However, it's a short read and it's a lot of power to it too. So it's a great thing. But Brian Tracy, he's phenomenal. He's spoken all over the planet. There's a period of time where Eric and I would be doing seminars with him in 15 countries in less than 30 days. We'd be all over. And Brian Tracy, he's hails from down there in SoCal. We won't hold that against him. And so we have a lot of fun with Brian all over the planet, and he's still doing these great programs for us. And that's why we're in front of you today, Jennifer and everyone else out there. Number one is to give you some ideas. I want to give you some confirmation of things that you know probably, but isn't that funny how it is, Mr. Robinson? Boy, it works so well we stopped doing it. Would you agree? Right? Sometimes we get away.
That never happens. We do everything right every single day in this office.
Right. So it's like, okay, give you a couple little things like that. But if you get serious about it and we look at this, I guess I hit the wrong presentation. We're going backwards in time. Can you all see this? All right, we're working it. I went to the full presentation mode. So here it is. We want to give you some things that you're going to confirm, but also for you to be able to get some fresh things too. Because,
hey, JB,
yeah,
I'm seeing a hidden slide that says mykajabi.com.
I was back on that one, but hey, well, boy, this is exciting times. We're trying to do the PowerPoint slide version. I know, gosh, this is exciting. Where are we? We're there everywhere in between. I'll start it over. Is that better now? Does that work?
You're not sharing anymore. You can go back to sharing now.
Oh gosh, you got to have friends that can share, right? Let's see here. Let's go back, make sure we're on the reading view and etc. and the presentation mode. We're on fire. So I brought this up just predominantly because we all face challenges, right? So that's why I just had a little slip up there.
You're back.
Is that any better?
Yeah, and you're back on the main screen you started on with Brian Tracy. He has consulted for more than 1,000 companies. Yep.
Yeah, good. I was simply adjusting the PowerPoint so it'd be on presentation mode and it all went haywire. So how's that grab you? Hey,
they're used to it. They got me here trying to be the one in charge. It happens here too.
Right. That's the point. We got to show you how you have challenges and you keep moving, right? So the idea is to give you some ideas today, some things that'll help you build your business. And nobody's going to be upset at us here today if we help you make an extra 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 a year. Is that okay? Anybody upset at that? No. Nobody's ever come to Jennifer saying, man, I'm making too much money in this thing and having way too much fun. I'm out of here, right? So we want to help you grow and build your business, and the success stories that we worked with personally There's not a single day that goes by that I don't personally coach real estate professionals, and people have coming off of all-time highs. You might be one of those kind of people too. Maybe you're so broke you can't pay attention. Maybe you're somewhere in between. But the bottom line is, no matter where you are, we want to help you grow. Because some of you watching this, part of this today, and on replay, you are very good. We want to take you to great, okay? As Mr. Jim Collins would say. And then we want to help those that are already great go to greatness. So we want to really help you develop that big time. So it's about you getting some ideas, capturing more market share, and the stories are endless, and we're going to weave those in today as well. Secondly, to help you plug into what we're doing with Brian Tracy, we've got a phenomenal series that we're doing with him coming up that you can plug into, and so many great things that Champion Mindset puts on throughout the year that we would love for you to be a part of that. So we want to compel you at the end of this. So we're not going to pull punches, right? We're in the professional selling and training business, so of course we're going to ask for you to participate and give you an opportunity to plug into this incredible opportunity that has not even been done before with Brian. So it's really unique. So here we go. If you're a Brian Tracy fan, once again, put a number 1 up there in the chat, your email address. Jennifer will get it to us so that you all get the Eat That Frog book. So make sure you put that little number 1 up there. And if you've seen him live before, make a little note up there in a chat as well, like yes, or love seeing him, anything like that you've seen him in person before. Was it 1 or 2 times you saw Brian, or how many times, Jennifer, that you happened to be?
Well, I worked for an organization where he was one of the keynote speakers, so saw him many, many, many times and got to talk to him one-on-one many, many, many times. He's amazing.
Yeah, see, all right, guys. Mike Ferry, for example, he's all charisma. Tom Hopkins, those guys, great content and charisma, but nobody even close to touching the content and the depth of Brian Tracy in his training. He has that book in the middle of the screen there, Goals, is over 300 pages alone. He does so much research. He does literally hours for every minute he trains or he gives some content on a page. So he's phenomenal on that. Would you agree? He's not the most charismatic dude on the planet, but he's got the goods for how to win in life and business. Would you agree on that, Jennifer?
He does. Back in the day when we had cassette series, little
the cassette.
I'm dating myself.
I had 8 tracks. I had 8 tracks.
I still have those in the top of my closet. My husband's like, why aren't you getting rid of those? I'm like, because I keep thinking I'm going to convert them over to something I can listen to today. But I've got a bunch of his stuff dating back 30 years.
We'll get together and we'll put together a time capsule of acetate records and old books and everything and lock those away for people to know. Oh, wow.
It makes you feel any better, Jennifer. There you go.
There you go. That's what I've got.
Yeah. Having promoted him for many years, I have shelves full of it, all in audio cassettes.
I was down.
You guys need to share the fun stuff these guys are waiting for. You need to share the tidbits.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Oh,
All right,
man.
ready, JB?
Tidbits
Let's get
galore.
going.
Tidbits galore. So, yes, we want to help you be a part of what we're doing. So, if you're ready, so am I. Say yes. Let's go at it, everybody. First thing that everybody's after, okay? We work with people every single day in your space. This is what it's about. The top pros out there really want to master the time management factor. That's the biggest thing because you got WLB going, work-life balance. You got everything going on for your business and life. What are the things when you're working, you're working? So your first little notes today, everybody, is go to work. All right? That's the main thing. Be in the moment. We've been going for about a half an hour or so as a team today. And so many of you are going, okay, I got that 2 o'clock today. I got to get back on that file over here. I got to do this. Gosh, when's JB going to stop talking? When's this? Guys, listen
JB,
closely. Yeah.
Do you want to take questions as you go? Because someone has their hand up.
They have a hand up already? They're
Yes.
like, hey, I have a goal, all right? Get through this meeting. Hey, so what's your first question, everybody? Who's got
Jackie
something?
Merchant, do you have a question? I see your hand is up.
Or are you giving me a high five?
She's not speaking up. She's on mute or she's didn't really mean to have her hand up. Okay.
Yeah, she
let's
might have
go.
been a Brian fan and said, hey, I've been to those programs or something like that. Or she was trying to slap me. One of those two.
Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry to
So,
interrupt.
Not a challenge. The main thing is everybody's after how do I maximize things? So yes, first note is go to work because here's how most of you live, right? You're thinking about, I was sharing with you 30 minutes of distraction and you're already all over the place. An earlier meeting I did on the East Coast here, I had everybody shut their laptops down that weren't on it with the program because I saw people ducking back and forth to multiple devices. You have to be focused, folks. I mean, you have to. And the way that you're doing life, most of them, when you're having fun, you're thinking about all the work you're missing. When you're working, you're thinking about all the fun you're missing. It's being in the moment. So there's some key elements today that we're going to share with you with the Brian philosophies and helping you win and start taking, again, action with this. Some of you have heard these things. Start with new ears today, would you? And so here's the first couple of three out there. And the first is mindset. You have to take that approach that your time is extremely valuable. Jennifer, is the biggest myth when somebody gets in this business, and even it's been around for a while as a veteran possibly, is that, hey, I'm in business for myself. I can just kind of let it all hang out and just do my thing whenever I want. Is that one of the biggest myths of being a realtor?
There are people that think that. I think the ones that do the best are actually pretty, they know what they need to do and they do the right things consistently, right?
Yes.
They do.
And what's happened, though, as you know, people come into the business with some of that, and it takes a while to rub that off and treat it like a business. As one person once said, hey, man, if you put as much effort into your old job, you'd be stone cold wealthy in this thing. Now, some people kind of slacked at their other jobs, so now you'd probably find out that you're massively overpaid previously, probably. But you want to be serious about how you take this business with the mindset of urgency. And we give out a watch that goes around the dial, 12 spaces. I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment, 12 words. So every hour looking at your business, did I move it forward, backward, or did it remain the same? But really get that mindset that it's valuable. Now, out here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a little 100,000 person community, probably about a square mile for where you guys are. I have 3 people that I coach up every single day. Listen closely, new ears, that are in the top 100 of all producers in the entire country of millions of real estate agents. 3 in the Real Trends. That's right, Wall Street Journal. These people top 200 plus transactions a day. And what they are 200 transactions a year. You can look them up on their realtor.com and see they have 125 listings. These are on their own dime. Okay. They have 2 virtual assistants apiece, but they write everything, do everything. But what they do is they focus every single day. Between 8:30 and 11, you cannot get a hold of these people. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. It doesn't even matter. Unless there's somebody that's dire in emergency, hospital, whatever, that's the only thing. And what happens is the first coaching I had to do is say, you got to maintain that. You have a friend of yours that tries to break in a little wedge with a call and you pick it up. That's going to open that door for that person to reach out to you anytime between that 8:30 and 11 again. You have to have that standard of excellence. What do you do about it? So make sure that you have time blocking, that you're very effective. Is that pretty good credibility? There's a guy across the bay from you down in Sarah's, I guess it's kind of the South Bay zone, if you will. But this guy, Andy C, TSC, look him up. 240 plus million in transactions. He's a serious baller, made 10 million plus last year alone. It's all about making sure you guard your time and your energies. And we've taught that to him for years. So you got to have that mindset. Eric, share with them about prioritization and making sure that they are really planning their day ahead. And I bring in Eric Stoller, the CEO of Champion Mindset Events, fortunate friend of 27 years with me, and a great person all the way around. And he also happens to have done hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate transactions on his own. He did a major project out there in Sacramento as well. So he's very versed about your world and teaches people every day to dominate their space. Give it up to Eric Stoller. Come on the stage, Eric. Get your screen on, etc., or get your video on if you would.
Yeah, I'm right here in the corner, right? You guys see me?
I see
Right
you.
here?
There you are, man.
All right. Well, thank you, JB. I greatly appreciate that. You know, I started my career in real estate. I didn't realize I would end up in personal development. I grew up in New York. I moved to Southern California. I worked for a major commercial real estate firm right out of college. And a guy came into my office and talking about professional selling. And that was truly my first interest. You know, I had the corporate training through this big company. And one of these seasoned guys says, oh, Brian Tracy's phenomenal. And so I became friendly with the guy who came in and did the program. And as time went on, things changed in my life, and I wound up getting involved not only in really understanding the idea of selling, but teaching and coaching and getting a chance to train with Brian's material and then go out and promote his events. And I share this with you because to this day, I still do real estate. In fact, this morning, I was at our office, which is 3 minutes from here. I coach this office, and the broker that I work with, he's had his best quarter ever in his, he's probably made almost $500,000 personally because he's embraced this technology. He's embraced what's going on in the way we're doing business. It's we were calling somebody to set up listings and to get showings, and you got to have 24 hours. And mind you, I'm in Miami, so we're dealing with a lot more high-rise condos than you might be dealing out there. I am a little sticker shock because when I see the price per square foot of your homes, if I had that over here, if I live in like 0 lot lines in the neighborhood I am, but some of those properties you for what you could get for 600,000-700,000 out here is really, it's not even, it's amazing. But South Florida, just like where you guys are, is very quickly becoming an area where people are moving to. The Northeast is frozen. It's an open state, and so the inventory is moving quick. You have the same issues we're having here. And one of the things that I've learned is that you got to focus on those high payoff activities. So I want to ask everybody this. How many of you know what your time is worth an hour? Okay. So I want you to write the number $483 down for you. Okay. And that number represents what? It represents $1 million a year. So now if you've ever listened to Brian Tracy, what's the first thing he says? What's the most valuable use of my time? Just as JB was saying on the Watts, what's the most valuable use of my time? So when I got started, I literally programmed myself. If I wasn't presenting, if I wasn't, on a one-on-one meeting with a client, I was prospecting. So I looked at the 3 activities, and please write these down because they're so fundamental in nature. Just like Coach Vince Lombardi, they asked him how he was going to win the Super Bowls, and they said, "Are you going to do trick plays?" He says, "I'm going to be great at fundamentals, kicking, running, and passing the football." So the same thing goes in sales. You got to be great at, number 1, prospecting. And let's call it lead gen today, because in today's environment, when we got started years ago, we didn't have the Facebook sales page. We didn't have SEO marketing. We had, knocking on doors and referrals, which, by the way, you all know that's the best source of your business, right? Is good quality introduction. So don't ever look that. I don't care you get 100 leads off of Zillow. Those people are talking to 100 other people until you make them your client. And I'm going to share with you in a few minutes what I've done to sell a lot of real estate. And not like it's earth-shattering. I just did the fundamentals and built a huge funnel of prospects and just kept working and outworked people and got smarter with my time. For those of you who are using your KB Core or Cola Banker systems or any automation systems, one of the ways to get yourself off of those day-to-day redundant tasks is automate your email systems. JB talked about a virtual assistant helping you doing posting. Just be consistent in what you're doing out there with if you go on our Facebook groups, every day there's a post put up in the group. There's videos put up. So you just want to keep creating awareness because that's energy, right? The more energy you put around something, the more people are going to see you. You might put a silly video out there. It doesn't matter. You're trying to get attractions you're doing. So lead gen. 80% of your results are going to focus on what? Prospecting, seeing more people. Second is presenting. And JB will get into being effective, but this is really critical. You got to present. Are you getting in front of a client? Are you asking them the right questions and then sharing them what you got to offer and asking them to make a decision to buy and write an offer or to give you the listing? And finally, following up. All right. This is the riches happen. I have a good friend of mine one year. He told me he sold a $10 million property, but he was following up with the guy for 10 years. And right in the middle, when we had the big downturn quite a few years ago, he said to me, "Eric, I've been following up with the man for all these years. He was ready to sell and I was there." So please write this down. And then we'll move on. Timing is everything in real estate. And you don't know what people's timing is. So what you need to do from a mindset is say, you know, I'm here to help somebody today. Maybe it's I'm going to help Eric. It's his turn. Maybe it's not. And I took that philosophy and in literally 18 months sold over $150 million worth of new condo construction. And in right down Sacramento, the property that was being built next to Westfield Mall was called Aura. It was Aria Aura. I forgot. I don't remember. And I sold over $25 million. And I walked into the developer's office, and we had a big group from San Jose, and they loved it. It was like the first high rise. And I put $25 million in contracts on his desk before he opened the project. That was an amazing feeling. The worst feeling was that the project never got built, right? And it was all during that time period where the whole market economy collapsed. But I had done deals in Texas and California and in Florida, and I had worked not only as an agent, but on the inside of the, you know, on-site agents do. And we sold so much real estate. But what I want you to realize, it came through a small group of steady clients that worked with us over and over again. And that's the last thing I want you to think about. Who are your 20% clients that are your investor clients that are buying, if they're referring, because they're all got people that are, you know, they're at a certain time in their life or bracket where they can refer you out, and position yourself is that expert and the only choice for them, because there's a million people and that can do the job. But when it comes down to it, it's that relationship, your market knowledge, and your, you know, serving them. And so I want to just, you know, leave you with that, because his priorities is, hey, how many new appointments did I set? How many people did I call? You know, what was the conversion rate? And if you stay true to your numbers, don't let anything else get in there. Jennifer's been a manager, a producer, and working in this business. It's like people, well, we didn't set appointments. This didn't happen. You know what I come back to? How many calls? How many contacts? What was your conversion? Were you sloppy on what you said to them? Were you fear-based? Were you in the moment? Did you just focus on, I've got to get two appointments no matter what? And so when your mindset is there and you're focused on the priorities, you eliminate the low things that you need to do, you know, priority-wise. You delegate them out, or you do them at times when they're not taking away from prime time selling. So that's what I would do. That served me so well. And it served me now. I mean, I'm doing real estate deals now. I just put an offer in on a $2 million building for a client. I don't do it full time, but I have a few clients because we're still running this platform for seminars and training, which we love. So, JB, I'm going to turn it back to you. And hopefully that was helpful. Everybody got some ideas. But remember, prospect, present, follow up, use the 80-20 rule, and remember it's a numbers game.
I love it. How unique is Eric, guys? The guy will sell up to $5 million a year in self-improvement programs, literally tickets to events, products, everything else, and still do tens of millions of dollars a year in real estate. He's phenomenal, and he walks the walk, talks the talk, and he's right in your space. So part of this whole planning and putting things together so you can be on top of your game in the prospecting, presenting, and follow-up space is preparing the day before, taking a list of items, and there's an 80-20 rule that Brian Tracy talks about. If you have 10 items you're going to do the next day, there's 2 of those that are worth as much as the other 8 combined. It's just like the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle of 100 plus years ago. So utilize this. But that means also that you're protecting that space every night to do it. You know, I came up with something, and that is, oh, it's an overnight success, right? It really is an overnight success. Let this billion-dollar brain of yours take those things that you're going to tackle the next day, go and address them. And your mind will come up with solutions, the people, the facts, everything that's going to come into play, because the experts say the last 45 minutes to an hour that you're awake will run through your mind up to 6 hours. So that also means protect it. Don't pay attention to the income reduction box. Jennifer, that's what I call the television. Okay? The income reduction box. No more last hour that you're awake watching the news or some kind of a murder this or that, or you can hear Dateline. You can almost hear that Peter Thomas narrator's voice. And then she went to the door and there was no body, right? Don't do that stuff. If you're into that, get out of that earlier in the night. The last hour is planning the day before it hits you. Make sure that you're listening to good stuff, reading good things, great conversations, loving life. Now, the interesting factor behind all this, everybody, is the last one, increasing your skills. That's a time management technique, because when you're higher skilled, you're going to shorten your selling cycle. You're going to leave less money on the table, keep your value proposition on your fee for service, AKA commissions earned, all the above, and how to handle multiple offers, how to be able to prioritize for helping this client, that client, give you opportunities because your skills are higher all the way around. So really focus in on this page. This page right here is worth millions to you by following it. That goes back to that little thing. Hey, I've heard some of this, but do you do it? If you don't use it, you lose it. And as we move on here, these are the things that Eric's crystallizing for you, and I share with you too. You want to win now and onward, have championship level performance. When you want to go to the best of the best, you work up here first in your PMA. Your positive mental attitude. Did you wake up this morning and say it's a good morning, God, or a good God, it's morning? Okay? It's your choice. And you have to have that. And watch out for those people that are going to be time sucks and mental suck to you. And really guard your attitude. Well, JB, you kind of sound like you got rose-colored glasses. You know what's on in the world right now? Do you know what's happening? Hey, I just choose not to look at the thorns. Some of you are focusing so much on the thorns, you're missing all the beauty, all the sales, the greatness. You know, there's a new movie out that's a spin of The Secret. It's called The Secret, Dare to Dream. It came out this year, and it's got Josh Lucas, the nice guy from Sweet Home Alabama. It's got Katie Holmes in it. I encourage you to jump on that. It's probably a few bucks out there to download or watch, or it's on Amazon Prime for free right now. But if you watch that movie, here's the real question that he first poses. Josh Lucas does. Do you believe that the universe is a friendly one? See, because your answer on that, your whole life depends on it. You have to have that positive attitude of, I'm going to attract great things and move in that direction. So I encourage you to check that out. Now, you look at all these factors of PMA, it's absolutely huge. Got to have a great positive mental attitude. Second factor is the skills. I think we've hit some really good points on that so far. But I'm going to tell you one other little thing for you is that in your skills that you're out there working, we got a bunch of Brian Buffini fans probably, right? But if I checked it out and I said, hey, what's the one tool that you use at Buffini's that's made so many more millions? And it's not even a Buffini thing. Brian, I'll admit, I've shared the stage with Brian Buffini, all of his family several times. He didn't come up with this. It's in Turning Point. It's in other things. But I would be remiss if Jennifer said, hey, we got 5 minutes with a meeting, I'd go right into this. So write it down. See, in Southern California, 23 years ago, I heard a lady that was making $50 million a year after $50 million in sales a year. After one of my meetings, I said, wow, but I also said, how? She invited me into her office. She pointed the corner of her desk. She said, young man, it's right here. And it was these postcards. And so this isn't, she didn't come up with it, she says. I didn't come up with it, Brian didn't. Hey, there's a saying. If you steal from one person, it's called plagiarism. From a bunch, it's called research. Would y'all agree with that, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel sometimes. Just steal the hubcaps. All right? So listen. Write it down. VAB. VAB. If you're a fast writer, write down value added benefit. And she said, what you do is you tell the client, I'm either going to use the MLS picture or put you and the kids and Fluffy the dog in front and take a fresh photo, or we'll have our photographer take a fresh photo of the house, and we're going to turn that into a postcard. It'll say we've moved on the front, and on the back side of that, it'll say we've moved and your name and the address. Now, in less health concern times, you'll have to remember to use this. And that is, she would always say, and we're going to set up a date on here for your housewarming party, maybe 4 or 5 weeks after you kind of gotten settled in a little bit. And they go, wow, you'll do that for us? This is after settlement, guys. This is after everything's done. And you lay this down with them. And you go, JB, does anybody really do that? Yes. I taught a class one time, nice group like you. And a guy, to his own admission, usually didn't show up to team meetings. He was kind of above it, he thought, etc. And he sent the message for years now that don't miss meetings. But he heard some laughter going on when he was getting his mail, and he heard it. So he's like, I'm going to go sit down in the meeting. And he says, it's changed my life. His name's Randy. In the last 10 years alone, that technique I shared with him, He says he stumbled through it with his next closing, but he got the point across to the people. And by the time he showed up at his office, there was an inbox email waiting for with 1,163 names on an Excel spreadsheet. End of the story at this point, and it's still growing. He's at $4.25 million in 10 years, simply from that list of people that led him to more opportunities. Oh, and by the way, in good times too, who shows up at the housewarming party? You do. You come in with your obligatory $25 gift and all this stuff. You don't need to be buying people's housewarming parties. I don't know who does all that. You don't need to supplicate like that. But you show up and you meet everybody and they're like, gosh, you're the agent, huh? I didn't even know this neighborhood existed. This place is great. And you have to act cool, right? I don't really like to mix business with pleasure, but I tell you what, my cards are right over there and it's Mitch. Is that right? Yeah, yeah. You see where this is going, folks? Even some of you have gone through Buffini, dropped tens of thousands of dollars and don't even use this.
JB, I gotta jump in. I gotta jump in. This thing, I don't talk about it. I don't even know why, but when I was selling, the biggest source of my leads was doing exactly what you said, because I also did Buffini too, right? It isn't just Buffini, you're right. But I did the address change with the picture to all their friends, and then I did the housewarming party. I got more referrals from the housewarming party. I never had to point to my cards, because when you show up at your client's housewarming party, after inviting everybody for them and doing all the work to get it organized, they walk around going, oh my God, have you met my realtor? Oh, she's so amazing. You know, we made her write 300 offers. And because that's when oh my God, you guys, it is amazing. Awesome. If you're not doing this, when things open up, first thing you should start doing.
Well, you don't even have, listen, I just helped coach up a client. She's brand new to the business. She had one close in December. She did the technique, no housewarming party on the bottom. It was purely the we've moved. She got 84 names from the family, mailed them out to people, and she's made 6 sales since from that group, buying and selling. So listen closely. Aren't you glad you had Eric and I on here to remind you of something that 90% of your people are probably not doing? So
well,
listen.
Now they will.
Yes, ma'am. So skills are important, everybody. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Brian Tracy is known for his relationship selling, all the other areas for it as well. But you look for ways that you consistently do this to have a great commitment to your craft. Have you picked that up? Because when Eric's talking about Vince Lombardi, he would start every football season with, men, this is a football. And he was talking to guys that have been playing the game for 30 years. Every first practice started with, men, this is a football. So it's very important. The other part of this is commitment. You cannot have real estate on you. You got to get it in you, okay? You cannot have Colobegger a little bit on. You got to get it in you. Make it commitment to your craft to really do this. And back to another Sweet Home Alabama reference. You got Josh Lucas earlier. Do you remember that line out of the movie? Don't try to ride 2 horses with 1 saddle. Listen, some of you, well, I love my yoga studio, or I love my screen printing business, or I love this and that. Hey, listen, motivate and delegate that stuff. The history books are being written about this. You've got everything at your back right now. The only thing we got to work on is your 6 to 8 inches of this territory. You got the rates, you got the values, you got everything. People in real estate will complain no matter what, right, Jennifer? Boy, too much inventory, too low of inventory, rates are too high, too low. What you control is your attitude and your activity. Write it down. There's only 2 things in life you can't control, your attitude and your activity. And this is what we thrive on and why we are so successful at doing this. See, I hope you all realize the reason why Eric and I combined 60 years in this business of helping people is because if they're successful, we're successful. And my overriding theme on everything is to provide significant value in the lives of others. And I hope we delivered that today. Did everybody get a little something out of this? Was that good? I hope you sure did, because it's about you and growing and making things happen. And I really want you to get serious about this. So everybody's got to ask us, what's the next step? We like this stuff. Brian's a superstar. Brian is definitely one of those legends I got to get in front of again. What do we do about it? So Brian, with his legacy and the things he's done, with literally such incredible information and ways for you to win in life and business, all touchstones to that, you're going to have an opportunity to do this. And I want you to watch this for a couple seconds and really get a flavor for it. Are we doing okay? Have we done well enough to play this for a couple minutes of Brian? Is this good?
We are, but I got to tell you, your slides didn't advance. I just didn't want to keep interrupting. So I think we should, if you're able to share the slide deck afterward, it would be good for them to have something to reference. It
Okay.
stayed on the first slide, even
See a
though.
slide right now? Do you see a
Yeah.
slide?
And now.
Are we back live?
Yeah.
Because
But all
Yes.
those other
guys,
slides advanced. It was the weirdest thing.
I have been flying blind for 25 minutes. I don't see anything on my screen except my slides. There's no Teams or Microsoft, no picture of Jen, or it's crazy. So thanks for hanging in there. So here it is, everybody. If you want to watch this, if I could share this and tell me if it's flying here. So let's go. Let's see.
It's going now, JB.
Good.
No sound. There's no sound, guys. I should have just had you send this to me. We have had this issue before when people try to do this remotely.
Not a challenge. Yeah. Don't sweat it, guys. The bottom line is that Brian is all about helping you grow in life. This is a powerful one. Jennifer will send you this link out as a follow-up from this meeting anyway. So that's awesome, Jen. Thank you so much. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll hit stop on there, go to the next slide, and continue on hopefully here.
Pull the video down. There you go. You got it. It went.
So here's your next step, everybody. All right. Brian Tracy has partnered with Champion Mindset Events. You've got the CEO and the SVP right here today. You got the CEO and Eric Stoller. You've got JB here as the SVP of Development. And because of the relationship of all these years with Brian, we asked him to do something really special. Because if you know much on the space for speakers and trainers that are of his magnitude, they're really not doing much live or anything, obviously. But also because of his credibility of so many years, he hasn't really put out anything else, if you will, except for continue to research and do more programs like that, because he's found out what people are all about this year and what they're doing. And we've fed him tons of case studies and what the top people are really all about during this period in our history. He has put together a program that he is giving you an hour on these topics. And then between those weeks, he's going to have this inner circle that Eric and I are leading with other participants inside of this. And it's the accountability and application of what Brian just taught you the week before. So imagine as you look at these, the first two, strategic and innovation in business, those are already done with Brian. We did it with him. Those are ready for you to have on demand immediately. Okay. The next 5, starting down here, marketing all the way through. Those are the ones coming up starting March 3rd. You will be able to literally listen in with Brian. And it's every single opportunity to get a legend like him to be with you. You don't pass it. Listen closely. You take advantage of the time like a legend as he's approaching being an octogenarian and the opportunity to learn from this incredible person. So take advantage of it. How many of you wish you would have gotten to know so many of these great legends before us, the Earl Nightingales? Maybe you didn't get to know Og Mandino. Maybe you didn't get to know Jim Rohn that well. And Zig Ziglar left us 6-7 years ago. Take advantage of it, folks. You don't want to miss it, and so many others. So you look at this as an every other week with Brian. Sandwich between is an inner circle that we do. So we do Wednesdays, and it's 2 o'clock Pacific time, Wednesdays that we do these. And then Thursdays at 2 o'clock Pacific time, that you'll have that 45 minutes to an hour with us in the inner circle, applying the things, vetting out certain things, getting an opportunity for you to be able to brainstorm with other like-minded participants, along with us leading the charge with you. So it's a really unique format. So we're really excited about that. It's led with Brian. We're having a lot of fun with it. So what do you do about it? Well, you're having an opportunity here. Since you guys like giving away free stuff, I heard some of that at the beginning. If we were to do a drawing and your name was pulled out, like I have my 10-year-old Riley in the other room, if I told her, hey, you know what, Riley, give me a consonant, give me a vowel, give me something. We drew one of you out based on that, and we won, or everybody was assigned a number, whatever it is. If we do this, is there anyone that would tell Jennifer they wouldn't want to make more money or help more people? Is there anybody like that?
Somebody's going to be a smart aleck and say yes.
Everybody would take it, right? So
They'd
put
take
there
it.
in the chat if you really don't want to be included, because I don't want to hurt anybody's odds of winning. So put in the chat no if you really wouldn't take the whole Brian Tracy opportunity there. Well, good.
Drawing.
Yeah, if we did that, everybody would take it for free, right? Well, good. Well, there is no drawing, but you had to prove something, all right? So watch this. Now, relax. We'll do a drawing. If we have a bunch of people in on this, we'll help you out. But I had to prove something here. There's only 2 reasons why somebody wouldn't invest in themselves. Notice I haven't even talked how much this is. I hope you present like this. Don't be getting into all your fees and everything and all that. There's only 2 reasons why somebody wouldn't. In all of our meetings we've done, Eric and I combined probably about 20,000 personal meetings with groups and associations and companies. 20,000. There's only 2 things, time or money. And those are it. Would we all agree? If you're not going to jump on it, it's time or money.
Mm-hmm.
So let's evaluate and let's disappear time and money for you. First of all, if you would take it for free, we eliminated your first excuse, and that is time. Because if you take it for free, you'd find the time. That was pretty cheesy, wasn't it? But I had to prove a point. Hey, are you closing right now? Well, yeah, we got to practice what we preach and teach, right? You wouldn't respect Eric or I if we weren't closing. But most importantly, let's eliminate that. That's gone. That just leaves the money. And you see what you get in the power of this? Well, guess what? It gets even sweeter. This last year, we produced events all throughout the year, including these legends. Do you know that Big Nick Bollettieri is not only the #1 tennis coach of all time, right? He's produced over 70 Grand Slam winners, including the Williams sisters, all the way back to Tracy Austin and Chris Everett and Andre Agassi and all these amazing people. And he helped found the IMG Academy, which there's a couple of kids in the Sacramento area that probably go there that their parents are dropping $100 grand plus a year, but they produce 1st-round draft picks in every sport. IMG Academy in Florida. So he's that guy. And then Les Brown, Live Your Dreams. Are you kidding? If you have not heard Les Brown lately or anything, you got to. And so we have the recording of that from what we did in the fall. You get all that access to our programs from the last year. There's several events that we've done. And all the events coming ahead this year, including we have a weekend again coming up with Nick and Les that you can plug into if you'd like. And so many other great events throughout the year. And if you ever want to come out to South Florida, right off the trip, when you want to come out there eventually, hey, we're doing live events. It's only 50% out there. 6-foot rounds, no more than 6 people at a table and 6 feet apart. So we've done events at the Hard Rock Stadium. We do all kinds of different things. So we're going to have live ones. So your tuition be covered. If you got out to one of those, and every virtual event we do in all of 2021, you're a VIP status. All right. So you're the highest status as well. So JB, it's the Italian question. How much is it? How much is it? Right? Let's do it. So here's what we've done for you guys. Everybody grab their little device. If you want to put it in the chat, because I can't even figure out where chat is right now.
I'll do it.
If you can put it in the chat, tinyurl.com/Sierra Oaks. We've put together something for you so spectacular. Does everybody like shopping at their favorite stores for 75% off? Everybody like that, right? So everybody that jumps on that gets an opportunity. Saving of 25%. I'm going to launch it right here so you know exactly what you get. And this is phenomenal. Am I still screen sharing by chance?
You have to pull down the presentation mode for the screen you just launched to share.
Once again.
Just
all right.
like it out.
Here we go. Here we go, gang. Presentation mode. Some way, somehow. Eric, guide me in like an air traffic controller. I see the open share. There it is, folks. So you're going to see it on the screen right now. Everybody sees this.
There you go.
And so Eric decided we're going to do something really cool for this group. Jennifer's a big player over the years in self-improvement. She was in our shoes as a promoter and speaker. So you're going to save $1,500. You call up the offices at Champion Mindset. It's $19.97 to do this. Okay. So with the power of your group and the way that you can take advantage of all that, including all the bonuses, last year's material, this year's events that are coming that you have access to as well. And of course, the Brian Tracy series, you're also going to pick up all this. So as you see here,
Also, did you want to tell them about the bonuses, JB? Or you want me to
gave
tell
a
them
couple of
about
those
that?
events, but also you're referring to some strategy sessions, maybe. Is that right?
Yeah, you have the upcoming events, the live events that we were going to throw in the bonus and the strategy session. So if you want to discuss those, go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. So how it works, everybody, is this is the link that you're going to go to. So whatever device you're not on, but it probably won't even kick you out of Teams if you go to your browser right now and you type in tinyurl.com/Sierra Oaks. All right, you could do this. Now, the other option for you, as he shared, is understanding that it's got every bit of it for you too, on an opportunity to even break it down. So it's Sierra Oaks #2. So tinyurl.com/Sierra Oaks 2. And you're going to be able to.
So do I need to put that in the chat also?
Yeah, that's for a 2-pay. If you wanted to bring that, if you wanted to
break it up, yeah,
split that up. And then let me just everybody know that we included the bonuses. This is a video. This is 25 hours of plus of video. This was a live event we did for 3 days virtually. And mind you, we were doing live events with these guys a year ago. And then the other couple of events we added. One is called Side Hustle. We have a variety of different experts on a 2-day. You can invite people if that's something if you find of an interest, but it's included. And then access to our weekend event, April 29th to the 1st. This is actually an event we just did with the NFL alumni, but Les Brown will be on that event. He'll be talking about how to tell your story. That event really deals with the art of being great at presenting and helping you build other pieces of your business and how critical storynomics is in building your business. And then JB, why don't you tell everybody about the coaching? Because you know what, guys, I mean, you all know a rental. I mean, one deal is going to pay for this. I know for a fact with what we've been doing that there's no way you can't get your money back in this if you stay with us, because the networking is great, the connections are great, you got people at a high level that are doing great things. In fact, I have some of our students are in Northern California and Oregon, and that's the crazy thing now. It's used to we're going to be at the Holiday Inn over by the airport in Sacramento. We're like, we come here and now we got a international audience, and we're doing it. We're from a real estate perspective. We're doing deals with people all over the world from here in Miami. So the last part of all of this, the content with Brian is good. The content with the events is good. But I really believe it's if you dig in with this and say, I'm building a business beyond an agent. I'm building a team. I'm building myself as I'm president of my own company. And what are the skill sets do I need to have? So that's what we've done with Brian to assist you all. And then we'll work with you to help you, get those things implemented. I got to believe, and I know Jennifer would agree with this, because I know when you sit down and do your business plan, we all want the action. We all want to close the deal. We all want to grab that buyer. We all want to grab this one. But you got to ask yourself, how many of you are not doing $500 an hour activities? How many of you are not doing $1 million activities? Why? Because you get caught up in the stuff because we're chasing dollars. So I want you to realize that go chase all the dollars you want, but act as if you're president of your company and know you have everything working correctly, so you've got a great foundation. The office that I work with and the broker that I work with has been able to personally generate so much income is because he had his systems in place, and he's been at it 20 years. So he's that 20-year overnight success. Things came together. He's getting both sides of the deal. So I will also say this, if you guys, whoever commits to coming on this program with us today, I've already asked Gustavo to come on and do an hour of marketing with you guys, because he is a whiz. This guy is like, I share this with you because that's why I do this business, but I have somebody that I work directly with that lives, eats, breathes it every single day, so creative. But if you hear these marketing strategies that he's doing, they're nothing grandiose, but he's really mastered the tech and doing simple things to wow the customer, just like JB was talking about. So I just want to leave you with that. And JB, why don't you take a minute or two to tell them about the accountability? Because if we elevate your game on sales, marketing, lead gen, developing people, leadership. Where's your business going to go? If you're not doing, 10, 20, 40, 50, $100 million a year, what is it going to take to get there? Do I have team members that can help me get there? And maybe that's more than you're shooting for, but ask yourself, you may not have to work any harder. It's just being more effective at what you're doing. So JB, I'll turn it back to you.
Yeah, the ICA, the inner circle accountability between the sessions with Brian, guys, this has been really powerful for people to be able to see how that comes alive with everything. Instead of, think about in the old days, you would go to the seminar 6-8 hours, pick up some ideas, make money on those, no doubt. And the beauty of self-improvement, it never leaves you. That's the good news. It's not like dropping money on a big dinner out or something, okay? This is an opportunity for you to have it. Yet you wouldn't have all that accountability between or afterwards and not as intensive. And so it really gives you an opportunity to plug into like-minded people and have Eric and I lead those sessions between those times with Brian. It's really awesome. So here we are, folks. I think you would realize that all 7 of those areas apply to you in your life and business. The value proposition is phenomenal. Now it just comes down to you. And Eric and I have something really special about the coaching piece and some others that are up our sleeve, but we have to see your response. Those of you that will invest $497 into your future, which is, as Eric said, a sliver of one rental, okay? It's nothing. You won't miss it, all right? It's $40 a month. You all blow $10 a week on stuff that doesn't necessarily increase your income. Would you agree? But most importantly here, if we have some folks that are serious up there in the chat, I want to see us at least get 10, because at 10, Eric and I are going to blow your mind with what this is for you. So put a little yes up in the chat. And Jennifer, everybody that says, okay, I'm doing this thing for $497 or the split pay at $297 for a couple times, put them up there in the chat and let Jennifer see who's serious about this and join us. And I know, Jennifer, in just our conversations, you're like, I'm doing this. I would love to be a part of that, which is fun. So we know you, but who else is joining Jen on this? So read those off in the chat, because literally all I can see is a small little box. I can't even see the screen.
No problem. Mona Gustafson.
Mona, good job, Mona. Who else is serious? Just put a little yes in the chat so we know you're on board here. So I want to see us get 10 out of these 50 or so people.
Crystal Lopez.
Crystal. Good job, Crystal.
We'll do the drawing for the Yetis and email you guys as the winners, okay? So just letting you guys know. That'll be later.
Hey, Jennifer, this is Dorothy. I'll do it, but I can't get the little thing up.
Okay, no problem. I saw that you dropped and came back on. So Dorothy Walsh.
Dorothy Walsh. All right. She sounds like it's her first day in business, right?
Oh, she's been doing this a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I know she's a veteran. That's awesome. Good for you, Dorothy. That's positive. Who else is serious? We have 3 committed achievers. 3. Eric and I could have done an HVAC meeting this morning with 7 guys.
Stop, you guys.
Hey, the other thing I want to let you guys know,
guys are doing it.
We have there's a private Facebook group too included with this. So we put all kinds of additional information in there, the additional videos, and that's something else that's included with it as well. Okay, just want to let you guys know.
Lee, you got another one, JB. Lee Mala, Mahla.
All right, awesome. And the really cool thing, if you got a really techie person helping you there, Jennifer, or if you go up into your browser and just copy that link,
it's right there.
Not tinyurl.com for. Just go copy that link and paste it in the chat. People can click that. It'll leave. It won't even leave the meeting probably. It'll just go open their browser and make sure, just as an extra layer there. Yeah. So if you go to your browser, type in tinyurl.com/Sierra Oaks, copy that, put that in the chat, please. That would be huge, because some people just do it right from there, like Dorothy couldn't figure out the tiny URL on a browser possibly, but that would help. So we're at 4 folks. All right, ready for this? This is gonna blow your mind. All right, I was asking for 10. I'd rather beg for permission from the CEO, Eric, but listen, if we have 7 of us that are committed achievers, everybody, 7 that do this today, And it has to be now. If you call our office this afternoon, it's $19.97. That's called the procrastination fee. That's all right. We will reward people for taking action. You do it before 12. What is it out there? 9 something, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock now. It's as long as you hit this and get it done by 12:30 Pacific time today. If we have 7 committed achievers, your investment on this, folks, is a whopping $297. You go to the Sierra
It
Oak.
drops to $297 if we've got 7.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
if you've
baby.
already paid the $497, we'll refund you the $200. You just already put it all through your card or whatever already.
All right. So I didn't know in advance what any of this cost you guys. I used to do this. I think I told you all that. I will tell you that is an incredible value. I'm just throwing it out there in case any of you are on the fence. I know it is because I've done this, and that's an incredible value at $297. So if there are 3 of you on the fence, it makes sense to sign up. I'm just letting you know, you even at $497, it makes sense, right? But
totally. Yeah, you and I were out there in the field, probably, Jennifer, promoting events that were $399, $699.
I was selling 12 months at the Sacramento Convention Center with Jim Rohn, Lou Holtz, Dan Jansen, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, all those guys. It was awesome. And yeah, this is a great deal.
Yeah.
Jamie?
And let me just say this to everybody. You know, right now I have a call going because we also run a mentorship program for people that want to speak. And so we have a pretty big platform. And I just want you to understand that, you know, I've been out there doing this 30 years. I've made a lot of connections. I've used this to build my real estate business and continue to do so because it's such a great business and it's a great market. But I just want to share this with you. All you need to do is just constantly stay plugged in. And I know we're in this crazy hyper growth market where Bitcoin is exploding and I have a friend who made 400 grand in the last month in penny stocks. He took his money away from his broker. So, you know, I have a friend who he bought 5 Bitcoins 5 years ago, you know, so you never know what the trend is. What I want you all to think about is hopefully you hit some of these big peaks, but are you consistent as you're growing your business over the next year, 2 years, 3 years? So you're always participating in those revenue streams and you're hitting the big peaks at the right time. And that's what this is really about and helping you guys elevate.
I feel like I'm interrupting all the time. So I've got another name. I've got another name, guys. Jamie Becker. Jamie, I see you in the chat.
Jamie.
5, so we need 2 more.
Yep. We got Jamie there. So I just put that link in. I'm so excited. I found the chat and the full screen. I can actually see that. Oh, yeah.
Now you can see them.
Jennifer.
Oh, Elizabeth. Lizzie Roofer. Elizabeth, you want to go by Lizzie or Elizabeth when they reach out? Oh, and Blythe Romo. You got 2 more. Elizabeth?
All right. We got Tony Romo's cousin, Blythe. We got Blythe Romo.
That's right.
You got 2 more. So you've got Elizabeth Roofer, Rufer, and you've got Blythe Romo. So you've got your 7, guys. You just got your discount, everybody.
Awesome. Congratulations. And listen, by the way, I've added in your package, everybody will get a book. It's called Pivot that we have. It's in there. It's as a bonus. And the Eat That Frog book, I've already included it. So if you're offering that as a bonus to folks, JB, I'm more than happy you could send that to the team, but I'll make sure that everybody who signs up today has those 2 things. It's already in the offer for them. Okay. Yeah. Added it in there.
Screen right now, they should see the link for the 2 months at $297. You guys are just going to do 1, and Eric's office at Champion Mindset, they'll cancel out the second one. All right. So
and we've recorded this meeting, so
yeah.
Yeah.
If we did the $497, we'll refund the $200 today. Okay. So it's not a challenge. Jennifer, this has been a blast. If you can send us the names and notes or, you know, chat copy today, that'd be great, just to make sure that everybody gets this. And then we'll send you that little Brian Tracy video. You'll be able to get anything else on the links perfectly that you could. We'd love it if you'd blast it out to your 100 partners out there. That'd be awesome. All your agents and people. you guys have to understand what you got your hands on here. Jennifer is really awesome. We deal with managers and owners all day long, and it's one of those situations. I know you appreciate her, but really like kiss the ground that thank goodness you got a great positive-minded spirit person.
You're embarrassing me. Stop. I love you guys, but
Seriously, if you had been in my meeting just minutes before this one, no, it's like they were winged on a pickle. Okay.
Well, this is the thing. You've got to know about this stuff. And a lot of the people who signed up do know about this stuff. They've done this kind of thing before, and I know that. And again, it's not for everybody. I'm never going to say every one of you is going to love this, right? But if this is your thing and you love this kind of thing and you grow and learn from it, and you will take the steps to make little changes from what you learn, you will grow and you will see huge results that are way more than pay for this. So excited for those of you that have signed up. Once we log off, you guys, they're not taking any more at this price. So we're going to log off here in a minute. If there's anybody else, put it in the chat. Otherwise, thank you for staying on. A lot of you stayed on. And you guys, I'm gonna let Brooke do the drawing for those that are still here. Awesome. Brooke, do you want to do the drawing real quick for the Yetis? Because I'm excited to give these away.
Well, Jennifer, I just want to let you know I put my email in there. This is our info email. So if people need to get a hold of us, it's info@IamChampionMindset.com. So if they have any issues, but when people sign up, they'll get an automatic link, that confirmation, and then my assistant will reach out and make sure they're all connected up. Okay. And listen, guys, get signed up. I will get Gustavo to do this marketing training with you. This guy.
That's worth $5,000, guys, right there. $5,000 for this guy's time. You don't want to miss that.
He sold a $2.5 million listing on an email last week. He was like, he was so excited because with all the hard work, it was $150,000 commission. I want you to see what he's doing because we're in Miami. We're not worried about you competing with us. Send us your clients. You don't want to send a Caldwell, and we'll put them in a home and we'll do some rev share too. We'll make some big money. Right. So, and that's what we're doing. You know, we got clients out of New York. We got brokers. So listen, I just want to thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate us giving us the opportunity to share what we're doing and want to help all your team, you know, kind of use this and go, wow, I'm glad I did it, because it's about the growth. And if you keep transforming yourself, the opportunities are there. There's so much abundance out there and so much out there. Just don't worry about what others are doing. Focus on what you're doing and get really, really good. And you're going to write your own legacy. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. And JB, I'll turn it back to you and Jennifer.
Yeah, the drawing is here. So Jennifer, the first drawing, so Eric can witness this, is somebody's getting it for free. So pull a name out. Let's go.
Oh,
somebody's
awesome.
going to get the whole package for free. Hey,
that's going to be somebody on. Oh, just a name. Okay.
We deliver more than Ryder trucks. I don't know. What am I talking about? We deliver more than Amazon Prime. Amazon. We want to give you guys some great stuff. So let's do that. Let's give a freebie away to somebody. And Brooke, I love you. You've been phenomenal on the communication. They're blessed to have you. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I get to see you.
The first one name is Sean Jones.
Sean Jones. Is he still here?
I don't know.
Got to be present to win a freebie like this.
Hold on. Is he here?
I'm looking right now. Hold on.
Okay. And real quick, I've got Sharon Giorelli saying she would like to sign up, but she needs to know, she needs some flexibility with the time. She has another conflict certain days. So her question is, would she be able to get that virtually if she couldn't attend certain time slots?
Yes.
If she signs up.
Anybody misses it, we'll get them a recording of that program. No worries.
All right. Sharon, you hear that? Is that good?
So
Sean's gone. Go to the next name.
Looks like Sean is gone, but so do you want to do him for one of the Yetis, Jennifer?
All right, Sharon's in. Put her on the list.
Good job, Sharon.
That's give him a Yeti. Give him a Yeti.
Sharon.
Next one.
Let's act happy for. Let's act happy.
Sharon Giorelli.
Sharon, you just won it for free.
Yay!
That is.
She's really excited. She was already in.
That's in the universe, baby. That's awesome. That's
The universe is shining down on you. And then we have a second Yeti to give away, Brooks. So if you want to give us another Yeti away, let's draw one more.
Hey, Eric, just do a payroll deduct for me on that one for $297. I just cost you a sale. So sorry,
Does
Eric.
she even have to sign up then, or do you guys just give it to her? How do you want to do that with everyone?
Yeah, send Eric that email. Sharon, hit Eric up. Did you put your email in the chat? I heard you say, Eric.
I don't know if she put her email in the chat. I'd have to go back and look.
Eric said he was going to do something like that, but I'll put it in there. Eric at I am champion mindset.
Hey, Jennifer, is that link going to be sent to us after this so we can just do it, or do we have to do it right now, or what's the?
I'll email all of you who told me you want to sign up the link as soon as we get off this call so that you can click on it from an email, okay? Because I know some of you are having trouble getting in the chat. Okay?
Thanks.
And our second Yeti winner is Renee Smirling.
Yay, Renee!
Hey.
So Renee and Sean, awesome. You have to call them if they're not on anymore.
I'll send them an email. I have that little, oh no, I got to call them because it's not the gift card.
Yes, yes. All right, everybody. I will get everything over to them from the chat, and then I will email all of you. I've got Mona, Crystal, Dorothy, Lee, Jamie, Elizabeth, Blythe, and Sharon Diarelli that all want to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and email all of you the link to sign up in case you haven't already.
Jennifer, I also took down the names of the people who wanted the Eat the Frog book or whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, that's
the beginning. So I took those names down. So I'll send them to you.
Send that to me too. I'll put it all in the same email. Is that good, you guys?
Yes, that's awesome.
And
awesome.
I will
my email address here for you guys as well. And here's my cell phone. If anybody has a special like, hey, JB, I've got a closing coming up. Can I do $50 right now? Can I do 100? I'll work with you. So 480-845-8852. But somebody's got to call me in the next hour and hit me up with your particular request if you need some more flexible terms, if you will. Money's the listen, Jennifer said it best. The ROI is monstrous on self-improvement. You'll make your money back. You can't out-invest in yourself. So the money's there. The question's amount of, hey, how do I get there? And we don't want that to hold you back. No pro left behind, guys. So if there's any hesitation, don't put that out there. Let's make it happen for you instead. So thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, JB and Eric. And then Brooke, Mona just said, please add her name for the book if you don't have her on the list.
I already have her on the list.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Crystal says she got kicked off and she's logging into the website. How much am I paying at this point? Crystal, you're only paying $297, right?
$297. Yeah.
But what's going to happen is do they still have to pay the whole thing and then you guys are crediting back the other because the website set up?
No, it's set up as a two-pay, $297 or
So pay one.
$497. So just do one and then his office will cancel out the second. Yes.
Okay, you got that, Crystal? You're going to do one of the one pay $297. Okay.
Yeah. And that's Tiny Oaks. It's Tiny Oaks. Tiny URL.
Destiny, what do you want? The book or do you want to sign up?
Destiny,
send it to me too.
Yeah, probably the link. Destiny probably needs the link.
Add her to the list. Add Destiny to the list of people who are, I guess, going to sign up. Sign up for the series, or you want the book? She must not be able to. I want the link to sign up, but not 100%.
Yeah, you're like a house underwater. 98%, 105. Come on, baby.
If you don't sign up, if you don't tell me you're signing up before I send it, they're going to charge you $19.97. I'm just letting you know. That's how this works.
Yeah, don't be a fence sitter. The fence is painful.
Anyway,
just north of
I'm not going to push her right now. She knows. I'm going to send it out, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
And I'll send out the recap here as soon as it's
She's
done.
laughing that she's underwater.
Destiny, call me, Destiny. I'll help you out. You can get started for a Starbucks or whatever.
I will tell you, she's awesome. And this list of people that's signing up, you're getting some really good. This is going to be a great group. I'm excited. All right. So anything else, guys? Because we're way past our 10 o'clock time.
That was a blast. Thank you. Are you guys doing a couple more items?
No, we're done.
No,
this is it.
We're done.
Make it a great day, everybody.
All right. Bye,
All right,
guys.
from the East Coast to the West Coast, we love you the most. Have fun. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Miss Brooke. Many blessings.
Bye. Thank
Thank
you.
guys. Let's do this together. Have a blast. All right.
Who had their hand up?
I'll call you up, Brooke. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.